Good morning, students. Welcome you all to the second topic of biomass conversion, biomass sources. There are 6 sources of biomass. The first is forestry crops and residues, agricultural crops and residues, sewage, municipal solid waste, animal residues and industrial residues. So first we discuss about forest crops and residues. So as you all know, forestry, we have 33% of forest land cover in India, and also certain lands are barren lands. So that can also be utilized for plantation of energy crops. So one good example of that one is Jatropha curcus, so which is a energy cropping or energy plantation plant, so which can be utilized for making biodiesel. And forest crops such as teak, timber, then bamboo, so these things can be utilized for construction purpose, and the residues from during the processing is utilized for biogasifier electricity from biogasifier. Agricultural residues and crops. So if you take agricultural residues such as rice husk, paddy straw, then other than all the pulse and cereals, shells of pulses and cereals are utilized for agricultural purposes or agricultural residues. After harvesting, some of the residues are left in the field itself, so it can also be utilized for energy generation. Then sewage plant. So sewage plant sludge is a good source of biomass, so which can be utilized for composting purpose, and in turn it can grow some good quality crops or plants. Municipal solid waste. If you take municipal solid waste, there are 60 in India. We have 60% of the municipal solid waste are organic in nature. So that means the waste generated from residential areas, hotels, motels or commercial buildings, institutional areas, we generate more papers, then food waste from hotel or commercial buildings, etc. Then biomedical waste like skin, blood, those things can also be classified. Then animal residues such as poultry waste, cow dung, these can be feed for biogas plant. Industrial residues such as agro-industrial processes like sugarcane industry or sugar manufacturing unit. The sugarcane is crushed, then the bagasse is used for furnace, and steam is produced in the boilers, then electricity is generated. Then in turn it reduces the energy consumption of the industry, rather it provides, the excess energy produced can be connected to the grid also. So these are the 6 main biomass sources. Type of biomass and periodicity of its production. Urban waste, so we produce the municipal solid waste daily. So daily, so according to the population, the per capita generation of each and every place, like if it is a rural area, so the type of waste will be different. So if it is a commercial area or a city, the production will be different, but daily the product urban waste is produced. In rural waste like dung, so it also produced daily. So like number of cows in a home, so that we can calculate the waste generated from a village or any rural area. Agriculture and waste, so according to the type of crop, so if you take sugarcane, it is a perennial crop, so we'll get yearly. So 6 month now paddy, so even paddy or any cereals, so it will vary from 3 to 6 months. So waste from that also, its stacks or the shells, so we get from that. Forest crop 3 to 6 years, so minimum period like they grow for 3 to 6 years or even 10 years also. So the after cutting, the regeneration of the forest also will take place. So the lifespan of the plant can be, or the tree can be 30 to 100 years also, according to the type of forest crop. Aquatic crops 3 months to 1 year. So range of these technologies cover plants of a few watts to even a few hundred megawatts. So for example, so if you take a smokeless chulhas which burns wood or charcoal is rated less than 2 kilowatt. A large urban waste generation power plant is 150 megawatt. So in rural areas, like we can have a biogas plant of size 3 meter cube per day to 2000 meter cube per day of biomass feed. So that can be calculated by the number of cows in present, cows, goats or calves present in each and every home. So next is photosynthesis. In the process, so the basics of biomass production is, in the process of photosynthesis, the plants convert radiant energy from the sun into chemical energy in the form of glucose or sugar and oxygen. So which is the lifespan for all the living organisms. So actually water plus carbon dioxide plus radiant solar energy, so which falls on the range of 700 to 1400 nanometer. So those wavelength it is absorbed by the chlorophyll present in the plants, and that's why we can see the radiant energy as green, and it produces biomass plus oxygen. So this is the basis for all the process. So photosynthesis is the mother process in the life cycle and is developed by green plants. The photosynthesis can be represented in simple equation given above. The other plants and animals derive the organic matters generated by the green plants. The photosynthesis is light equated. In addition to carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, the plants also incorporate nitrogen, sulfur in the organic material via light dependent biochemical reactions. Actually the plants are made up of cellulose, semicellulose and lignin content in the plants. So accordingly the burning capacity or the biogas production will be differing. So if the lignin content is more, then that plant cannot be utilized for biogas production. Photosynthesis converts solar energy and chemical energy into biomass energy. Thank you.